Rebecca has a question for Jackie. Rebecca, what would you like to ask her?
Well, actually, I had two questions. The first one is with regards to installing crown molding in the master bedroom around a gable that comes into the room. I just don't know how to do that. And the second is my daughter's bedroom. We're redoing it. We bought fabric for a duvet cover, and just looking for some suggestions for paint colors.
Good, we got a two-parter.
We got a two-parter. So yes, when you're trying to do any kind of bulkhead or gable, it can be really a challenge if you want to add any kind of molding. So I've got a couple of options. So if you look at the picture, you can see that it's very angular, and it would throw anyone into a state of confusion as to how much, where do I put it, where do I stop. There are lots of options with it, but I'm going to give you three and go through them really quickly. The most obvious one, if you look at number one, you can see is you're simply doing the perimeter of it. And you're going to need someone, this is not a do-it-yourself project, because all of these cuts are a little bit intricate. But the one thing I want to mention is, so don't look at the 2 and 3 yet. So just think you're simply doing the molding as crown would typically be hung, or be placed rather. And you would then create, anything below that is looked at as walls. So all of these odd little area, if you're painting everything pink, everything's pink. So anything below that molding. The second option is just to leave that as you don't want to do it and create something just below that bulk or that jut out and create almost like a chair rail molding. I don't paint it out white, I paint it the same color as the wall, but you're simply just cutting it in cleanly. Again, the eye is simply going to pick up the detail. We don't want to draw attention to the oddness of the ceiling area. The third option is to simply do it a little bit lower, and it's simply to add architectural detail. You could use a molding, a typical stepped molding, but you could also do something that is really typical that a lot of us do to create sort of a European French feel and actually do some smaller moldings. Again, paint it the same wall color, but it just again creates a little visual interest on the wall and a little architectural detail. Now, let's talk about your daughter's bedroom. So she wanted purple, which is a fun color. But when she went out shopping with her mother, she decided she wanted two fabrics. One is a very purpley pattern, and the other one is a blue that has a hint of purple in a completely different color. Okay. It's a grade purple. But she wants to use both and had a brilliant idea to do one side in the blue and the other side in this purple. So I thought, well, what do we do with the wall color? So I thought, well, we'll use both. We'll pull some colors that work. So I pulled a pretty color called 2073-40 Purple Hyacinth, which plays up and plays to, thank you, it plays to that more purpley color, like the more sort of it's a little bit more fleshier, as opposed to the grade purple, which is 2070-50 called Enchanted. So what I suggested is that she could take one of those colors and use it as a color on the wall, just one focal wall, and the other colors would be on the other three walls. But as a decorator, I did say to her, if you're putting this duvet together, when you're putting your bed together, if this is the color that's on the top, always fold it down, have some nice white sheets, but fold it down so there's a relationship to why you actually put those two different tones on the wall. And the other way too, so if she's got her duvet, this is going to encourage her to make her bed, by the way. And I have spoken. So anyway, you would fold it over that way as well, again, to see that relationship. And then very lastly, don't forget, in bedrooms you can do wallpapers. We did a guest bedroom for a client, and I just wanted to show it. It was shades of purple, very grayed out purple, but added some really soft gold accessories to it. It's very restful, it's a guest room, and you can see that that mauvey color psychologically has a really beautiful, soothing feel to the space.
It's calming, just like the lovely blue you picked for bedrooms, right?